because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Looking to throw it, Minshew. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And the QB rating right now sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. But I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
31 yards there and a first down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, high 7. 54. Mike 54. 2.
Looking to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Oh, no doubt a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Now Minshew. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Minshew. Open man, it's Preston Williams. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. 2nd quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. These two teams all tied after one.
Let's go now. 8 read. Let's get it together, defense. Let's play. Ready, ready.
Minshew throwing on third down. He's got his man. It's Williams. Give him 18. It's a Carolina first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. On 2nd down, Minshew. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range, but boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll set up a throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. You know, loaded up for the pass, they hit them with the run. Load up for the run, they hit them with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
Here we go, D. Here I come again.
Go.
Here I come again.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Deep ball for Goodwin. Touchdown, Jaguars. As his guys are in for 6. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 14-7. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Oh, you got deep?
Throwing on first down is Minshew. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight whip. And now a fumble. The ball's out. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now throwing on first down and completing it. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. Minshew sets to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. They'll drop to throw. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And getting our first update now from Nashville, making a full 2-touchdown lead now for the Titans. And I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along.
Ready, set.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On the ready.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I got him.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You got to get the ball.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
60 Pittsburgh.
I got him. 59 Mike. 59 Mike. Check, check. 59. Bandit. Showing it. Check 3.
Let's go.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ready? 60 or.
Time to go. Night.
Deep grip.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd and 2, Minshew. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Fournette. And they work this out past the 25. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Ready, ready! 18 Gator.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over. Mike, check. 59. Hey.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Hey, come on out here.
Bravo!
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll set up to throw. Got his man. It's Williams. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Minshew on 1st and 10. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 21 yards. This quarterback now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers and a first down here.
The 6-yard line.
Go set. 90 Wolf. Get it.
Again, Minshew looking to throw. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is now 21-14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Ready.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Man open, it's Goodwin. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's third down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
Hey, Alpha. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now on 2nd and 13, Minshew trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 64 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Check. Check it. Go.
Minshew, 1st and 10. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
The 16-yard line.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Tighten up. Let's go.
Five.
Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Looking to throw it. Minshew. He gets it to Thomas. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. The run on first down gets them a couple up to the 27. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The tackle by Bill Parks. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Jaguar football, but a little work to do for them. They trail here as we start the 4th.
Set. 18, Gator.
Get him. Get him. Get him.
Smooth.
Here's 2nd and 8. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
3rd down. 3rd and 15.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
They're not ready for this. They still playing suck. Y'all playing.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
Check. 59. Watch twist. Mike's 59. Mike's
Get it.
Back to throw.
Every day.
It got his man. Complete. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Ready.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Look. Now.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12 at the 36-yard line.
Ready.
Mike's 54. And we heavy on the edges.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He'll look to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Let's go.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Minshew throwing on third down. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
37-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Too little, set. Football's the mic.
They'll go play action here with Minshew. And he finds a man with a crossing route. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, Minshew to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Jags grab it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we could make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Now, hold on a second. Why would they decline that, Charles?
I don't have a good answer for you, but let's work the math here a little bit. If you take the penalty, you get 5 yards. Minimum.
You're in the positive in the yardage, and you get to rerun the down you just had.
I like that. I like that little extra on top of the whole thing. This makes 0 sense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Come on, D.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Let him know, let him know.
Hey, Charlie.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 44.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And a big play there on 2nd down, but we do have a flag on the field. This is in the area where it might be coming back.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
On the ready.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Check, 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 check.
That one looks like he'll throw here. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Finding room inside the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have as well as they understand where they are on the field?
They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Set. 15 line. 15 line. X3. 218. Chopper. Side.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So they got their touchdown, now down a field goal. Here comes the onside kick. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
53, Mike. Danny.
The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go. 10-2 saw.
I got you, Pop.
Let's go.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.